Hello fellow YouTubers out there, this is Var and I'm from Australia. This is my first YouTube vid and I just want to share my mini album with you guys, and you all have inspired me so much that I wanted to make my own mini albums also, and I'm so into shabby chic and vintage at the moment, so just wanted to share this mini album that I've made. It's a little mini album, 6x6, and it has 5 pages and a chipboard front and back also. Here we have a front cover, and I've actually used the Prima Madeline paper collection, and it's just really gorgeous and I love all the colors that's in it. I've actually used Tim Holtz Forest Moss Distressing Ink as well as Victorian Velvet Distressing Ink throughout the book. Victorian Velvet is one of my favorite distressing inks, and I just love it so much that I use it a lot in a lot of my cards and albums that I have made so far. On the cover here we have Prima flowers down here as well as up here, and Prima bling on the corner here. I've just used some seam binding that I've bought from eBay. I can't remember exactly which seller it was from. Might have been Linen Chick, so check her out. She's got lovely seam binding. It's for sale and they're not that expensive at all. And up here is just some Prima Prima's bling. And I've added some Venice lace here, and some just crystal bling there also, and a couple of flat back pearls right there. And that is my front cover. Going into the inside here, just the back of the cover here, I've just got a monarch butterfly which I've used glossy accent, and then just dusted it over with glitter, and then stuck it on there with some pearls. Down here is just a mulberry paper flower that I bought off eBay, and just added some bling in the middle there also. A couple of little flower sprays there on the corner, a couple more little blings here, and again I've just distressed the edges there with the Victorian Velvet Distressing Ink. And here, as everybody has seen these papers before, it's just gorgeous papers, and it just says here, true beauty lies within. I know that yours will shine so brightly it will be blinding. So that's a beautiful saying. I've just popped that there, so when you close the cover you can actually also see it in there. So it's really nice. And the third and fourth page, I've just kept it really nice and simple, as you can see there. Beautiful papers. So I'll just distress it again with the vintage, with the Victorian distressing ink there. Added a couple of crochet flowers there that I just cut to make it a little bit smaller to fit on the corner. A couple of little paper flowers with a bling on the inside. I stamped clear emboss, stamped that also, and just put clear embossing powder over the top of it. Just a little shell button there. Put a bling in the center and a bit of ribbon here just to keep that closed. And that's a Baroque die by Tim Holtz, and that just opens up like this. And just room for journaling here, as well as a nice photo map that you can put in there. And that's just a mask in there also that I've put over with the Victorian, I've inked it with the Victorian distressing ink there. And that closes up again. On this side, it's actually a paper doily that I've used the Baroque die to cut it to the shape of the Baroque, and I've stamped it in clear embossing ink, and then used clear embossing powder over the top to give it that damask pattern on the inside there. And another monarch butterfly here with some pearls in the center, and more crocheted sort of flowers on the corner there. And added a really nice lovely trim, lace trim all the way down there, and just tied a bow there. Added a little pearl center, little pearl heart pearl center there, just right in the center of the tie there, and actually looks really good. On the pocket here we have 2 tags. I just stamped that. with my stamping set. I actually just bought the stamp set from one of the markets, so I actually don't know what brand that is, but then I just use Perfect Pearls over it, so it's nice and shimmery. Use the ribbon to tie it at the end there, and a large photo map, and I've just stamped that with the Stampin' Up Bliss stamp set. Use the same lace that I did on this page here as a decorative tie on here. The other one, again, just stamped it with the same damask stamp that I really like there, Monarch Butterfly, and I embossed that with the Cuttlebug embossing folder, the birdies and the leaf, and used the Martha Stewart punch to punch around the edges there. Going to the next page, just kept it really simple, so whoever has this book will be able to add lots of photos in there also. I've just embossed, stamped that clear embossing powder, and I stamped it with clear embossing ink, and then used clear embossing powder again on that, as well as this moth here. The same edging by Martha Stewart there, bit of Venice lace there with soft pink tulle, and 2 diamante buttons that I just cut the back and glued it down on there. And it's really simple, but it's really pretty. And the next page, we have just gorgeous colors here again. I just cut this out of the Tim Holtz Baroque die. Just use some foam tapes just to stick it down, so it gives it a bit of a dimension. Double-sided foam tapes, Prima flowers here, and some sprays. And I've got 2 tags that I've made these flowers myself just by using a pair of scallop edge scissors, and you cut little circles and then just scrunch it all up, spray it with water, let it dry, and then just hot glue them together and stick it on here. Add a bit of gold ribbon there also as a back, bit of stamping there, and using Perfect Pearls. And then on this one, just a bit of journaling there, stamped it, and Perfect Pearls again. And on this side, gorgeous butterflies that I cut out from the paper, made it 3-dimensional sort of looking. Pearls again in the center, a big one and a small one. Prima flowers down here, and I embossed the butterfly in here, which you can't really see, but you can kind of see it with the shine that it's got in there. Here I also added a lovely tool in the middle with a little key charm, and stamped that using the Inkadinkado stamp set. Also up here, I've actually used the corners or the edge of a paper doily, and I just cut it around the edge of it, and then just ruffled it up and stuck it behind the paper here. So it just looks really nice, just adds a really good effect up there, and also down here on the bottom also. And I've inked it with the Forest Moss inking ink. And here we have 2 tags also that comes out like that. Gorgeous papers, so I just kept it plain. And more journaling room there also. And here I've embossed it also with more Cuttlebug embossing folder and clear. Here's just left it nice and simple. Fell over. And this page, I've made it like a little mini sort of booklet that I just tied it down with this bow. So that pulls. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. That just pulls out like that. Another butterfly there, and gorgeous papers. And that just opens out for journaling on that side. And on the inside, just lots of room for photos in there. And I've distressed it with the Victorian distressing ink. And on this side is a gorgeous, the gorgeous popular birdcage die. Just put some feathers there to become its wing. A little sparkly rhinestone that has its eyes, and just gorgeous Prima flowers here and paper flowers. And that's actually a ribbon flower that I bought from one of the craft stores, and 2 little tags that come out like that also. And the last page, 2 simple pockets that just has plenty of tags that you can have for journaling. Just nice and simple. And more tags that come out like that also, nice and simple. That I've embossed it also with clear embossing powder. And and yeah, monarch butterfly, and we come to the end.